Hey, I'm Star Burgoyne. I'm a photographer and a creative director based in Southern California. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you've been keeping up with me for a while, then you probably have noticed my evolution as I went from just posting, my photography and kind of having a minimal social media presence to now creating a lot more content. And as you see, making my start on YouTube. With the launch of a lot of new creative endeavors, including my new podcast that's coming very soon called Behind the Lens. We'll talk about that later. I'm so excited to step into the YouTube space, and I figure why not kick off the channel with a brief introduction and give y'all some insight about what you can expect from the channel. So who is this person on your screen that you're just expected to enjoy, right? As mentioned earlier, my name is Star Burgoyne. I'm based in Southern California. And when most people ask me, I say that I'm an artist and entrepreneur. But to get more specific, I am a photographer, a creative director, a videographer, unfortunately sometimes an editor, a marketer, graphic designer, a host, and so much more. And your girl wears many hats, okay? And I love what I do. I'm very proud to do so. And I got started in 2020 as an entrepreneur when I picked up dropshipping. I picked up dropshipping, and through dropshipping, I learned more about marketing. I learned about graphic design and how to make your own logo, your own websites, and just overall how to manage an e-commerce business. And I did for a little bit. And then shortly after, I switched gears, and that is when I launched my clothing brand, Burgoyne Apparel. Now, Burgoyne Apparel has a really dope story that I plan to tell on this platform soon enough. But Burgoyne Apparel has made a resurgence and is now available in person on Melrose, which is a street in Los Angeles. And we'll talk about that a little more later. But truthfully, the brand, after a while, was not doing what I needed it to do to stay afloat. And so, yeah, we had to take a break. She went under. And not only did I kind of stop my clothing brand for a while, but just my entrepreneurship as a whole. But I knew that not being an entrepreneur, that was never an option for me, being an entrepreneur. I later, about a year and a half after I shut down my clothing brand, I discovered photography and realized I had a knack for art. I picked up a camera, and I was still in high school at this point. I was a junior in high school, and I started taking photography classes, and then throughout high school, I started taking media production classes and stuff. Eventually, when I went to college for like 5 minutes, that was my major. I was a fine art major. That's really when it's happened for me. I was a junior in high school is really when I found my eye for photography. So that is some brief context on my journey thus far, from dropshipping to my clothing brand, which, like I said, we will talk about in the days to hopefully not longer than weeks to come. I have a content calendar based, with everything that's supposed to roll out at a certain time. So we'll see how well I follow it. I want to give y'all some insight on the actual content that you can expect on this channel. As I mentioned earlier, Behind the Lens is my new podcast I'll be launching very, very soon. I'm so excited for that. It's a podcast where I dive into good conversation with a wide spread of artists, from photography and digital media to dance to music production, songwriting, all sorts of art. And I want to have great conversation with them about what goes on behind the scenes that really allows them to pour into their art. Along with my podcast, some other videos you can expect would be product reviews, resource reviews, like Premiere Pro, DaVinci, different things. That's what I mean by resources. Any other little apps or cool little tools that I might use as a photographer, and just overall creative that I think I want to give my 2 cents on. Story times, any kind of tip and trick videos, my top 3 things I recommended as a starting videographer, my favorite places to shoot in Los Angeles or San Francisco or San Diego. I'm a West Coast baby, so we got the West Coast locations on deck. I really want this to be a space where both artists and consumers can come to learn more about art, find new artists that they enjoy and new types of art that they want to indulge in, learn new things about art that they may not have known. I just want this to be a really dope space for art, but not just to simply view art, but to really experience and learn about art and artists that the art comes from, because it's like the most important part. So thank y'all so much again for the support thus far, and for the support that will garner in the next weeks to months to years to come. I could not express my gratitude and my excitement enough. And yeah, y'all let me know if there's anything specific y'all want to see.